All right, and we are live. We have a very special guest. It's been a while since we've chatted. It feels like it's been lifetimes since we actually hung out.
Too
It
long.
is our pal Ryan Orabone from Till I Die. Ryan, thank you
so much. What's going on, boys?
Much?
Well, so the last time the three of us were hanging out, I was just thinking about this before we came on. It was at Parlor Skis when they had that party up after the Boston Snow Show to watch those ski movies in like November of 2019, which feels like 16 lifetimes ago, really.
So long ago.
That was the last time we were all in the same place at the same time. And then Ryan, me and Andrea saw you up at Killington back in January of 2020 before life got completely ridiculous. Yeah. And we're just like hanging out and everything seemed to be fun and cool and progressing. And then lo and behold, then
the world
ended. But somehow it's restarted.
It's funny that you say that because I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday. And how many times has this happened where you're talking about the last time life was normal and you're assuming that, last year in April or whatever, like, oh, no, wait, no, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
The lost year.
Seriously. You got to carry the one.
It's like the missing asterisk year that doesn't appear on any charts or anything.
Well, it's like when you're like a New York building and they get rid of the 13th floor in the elevator. You're like, come on, man.
They do that.
We know it's there.
My girlfriend's building in Astoria. I think it's the stupidest thing. I hate that. Airplanes. No, like, 13th row.
Like, are we grown-ups? Right. Like, what? Like, are people witches still?
You're on the 14th floor. That's the 13th. Come on.
Yeah. You're not on 14. And you know what? I was born on Friday the 13th. It's a lucky number for me.
Hey, I was born January 13. I'm 113.
It's like Mitch Hedberg had a great joke about that. He's like, if you're jumping off the 18th floor of a building with no 13th floor, you are going to die earlier.
I listen to Comedy Central radio on the XMs when I'm driving around sometimes, and I always like when his clips come on.
He was an absolute genius.
You're gonna die earlier.
Just his delivery, and like, I don't know if you've ever heard his whole special, the one he had on Comedy Central. Like the first half an hour, people didn't get his comedy at all. And they were like, no one's laughing. And then all of a sudden, like, they were like, oh, this guy's a genius. And then the last half is good. And he even said, like, we're going to edit in some laughs into this special here.
So this will be interesting because I'm out of my beverage.
So
this
you got to pick the winner
here.
So this is your new store. So
yes, new permanent location.
No,
wow.
Let's we can start
long-term lease onto this one, and I didn't put anyone else's name on it, so I won't get screwed out of my own business this time.
That's a good thing to do.
Maybe that's something to talk about off the record after a couple of possible beverages that you're having.
We can talk about it off the record.
I don't want to put you in a weird situation. I know you're kind of a everything on the table kind of guy, but again, I don't want you to open doors you don't want opened. So let's talk about the store now. So where is your new store now?
So we're right next to the Lookout.
Nice.
On the Killington Access Road. And actually over my shoulder, I'm still getting used to what this looks like. Like facing me, you can see Killington right back there.
Look at that.
Wait. Yep. Kind of right. See right above my head?
Yeah, I see some trucks going by.
Yep.
Very nice.
Right on the access road next to the Lookout. And actually, we're going to head into the Lookout so I can grab another beverage.
So you're right next to the Lookout.
Oh, so you guys share that same entrance.
Yeah, we share an entrance.
Oh, boy.
Walked into the Lookout.
Awesome.
Can you hear me okay?
I can. And I know right where you are.
That's freaking awesome.
That Dinah Weinbrecht sign is right behind you, isn't it? The poster.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Boom. Who's been to the Lookout before?
Dude, you could easily do like things in the Lookout and in the store. That's perfect.
There it is. Donna Weinbrecht on the Empire State Building. Yeah. I love that poster. Yeah.
That's awesome. Brian, I'm very impressed with that. And so I'm going to say this is how easy it is. And the best part about the new store location is I can be next door working and then come here and grab a beverage and then I can walk with that beverage. And now that COVID is over, back to my store, and then continue to work.
Is there a way now? Do you know any plumbers who could perhaps redirect one of the tap lines through the wall into your store? Perhaps, maybe.
So all the tap lines go through my storage unit, my storage closet.
Oh boy!
Single one.
Just saying, there's a way to tap it.
If a couple drops of each fall out into one big vat, you could have some special Till I Die brew. Think about that.
Till I Die had a brew. That's probably what it would taste like.
Like a certain blend. You know, scotches work great as a blend. Why can't beers?
Yeah, I'll take a blend, 3 fingers of anything you've got. Just put it all together. One finger of each.
As long as it's a Glen, of course.
Yeah, Glen, Glenlivet, Glen Mirage. I'll take
it. But think about it. After the lockdown and the craziness, like I think people are ready to do some experimentation with beers.
I think it's all on the
I've
table
been
right now.
Experimenting my entire life. It's worked out so far.
Look at you now.
That's right. Look at me now, Mom.
So you are right on the access road at Killington. When did the new shop open?
The new shop opened a month ago. Here, watch how easy this is. You ready? Boy, maybe it's not so easy. Hold on. Courtney, may I please have a PBR when you have an opportunity? Do you want to be live on this podcast? Are you sure?
Please, Courtney.
Come on, Courtney.
Courtney has said no to being on the podcast. But you know what? I'm excited. I'm here.
Well, we're excited to have you.
We're excited, yeah.
Again, it's been a long time, and I feel like whenever we get together with you in person, good times are had by all. That's for sure.
We've never had a bad time together. Isn't that awesome? I love being able to say that.
It's a beautiful thing.
That's hard. That's hard to say. You usually have to qualify it with people like, remember, we haven't had a bad time in this certain area, or remember that one time, and we don't talk about that anymore.
Yeah, no, we leave that one off the table. How close do I need to get so all our heads look like they're the same size?
No,
I'm lower. I gotta raise my seat or something like that.
Very great.
Today, Junior.
No, I'm still lower.
So, anyways, I digress. Yes, I'm very excited about the new location. Signed a long-term lease onto this space, and this is our headquarters.
Well, it's a killer spot. I mean, as you just saw, if you're watching the video of you walking from your store into Lookout and back
with my PBR
without breaking a sweat.
Nice.
I mean, that's a thing of beauty. So let's start off with the initial question. So how was this COVID winter for you and Till I Die?
Well, it was initially, it was a challenge because, and we're talking about just winter specific. So, I lost the lease to my old location in October. I knew that I was going to have to be out. It's COVID. What am I supposed to do? So I'm freaking out. And, everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. And Chris Carr, who is a very successful business owner in Killington, he owns he owns Jack's, the Foundry, Charities, and Pickle Barrel. And
a few minor locations there, right?
You may have noticed them when passing up the access road.
And so Chris, I approached Chris and just asked him if he had any ideas of places I can go, because retail space, particularly last year, is at a premium and it's just very hard to find. And so I approached Chris and I asked him if he had any ideas, and he's like, listen, if I think of something, I'll let you know. What Chris allowed me to do, because I had bought all the inventory I had for all our wholesale locations, our wholesale accounts, for our e-commerce business, for events that didn't happen, and for a store that I no longer had. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Chris approached me and said, how would you feel about doing a pop-up shop for January, February, and March out of the Pickle Barrel? And I'm like, that's a brilliant idea. Because the Pickle Barrel on any given night can put 750 people into that bar.
Yeah.
Was that with restrictions, or was that like just normal life?
Normal on a normal night. With COVID restrictions, he was limited to 75 people. So we get all this extra space
Yeah.
And, you know, in his mind, if I'm going to open this, what am I going to do with everything else? And he came up with a very creative option for me to set up there. So we did.
Very cool.
And it was awesome.
Nice.
It was awesome. We had
great.
such a good year. And I don't want to gloat because I don't know what a good year would have been had we had the other location open. But we were great. We had so much fun. We had the store open. Obviously, COVID restrictions were followed and adhered to by all. But it gave me an opportunity to still have a location, get in front of another captive audience that maybe I didn't have an opportunity to get in front of in the first place, sell my product, have a location, have a store. And it bought me enough time to figure out what my next move was. And I locked this location in at the beginning of April.
Nice.
So
wow, nice timing.
That 3-4 months, you know, kind of segued into us being here, and we were open just before Memorial Day, and it's been a great month and a half so far. And summer doesn't even feel like it's really kicked off yet.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So you're able to get your brand in front of a lot more people that you not necessarily would have gotten in front of, like, because they were there, right? They were at the Pickle Barrel, or they came to see your shop, and then they see the Pickle Barrel. You know, either or, it kind of works both ways, which is kind of nice.
It was one of those nice win-win situations, you know.
Yeah.
It worked out for Chris because I brought my clientele into, you know, the Pickle Barrel. Worked out for me because the folks that were already going to be patrons of the Pickle Barrel then got introduced to Till I Die. And so It was win-win all around. No complaints.
Very cool.
If Chris would take my firstborn child, I
would. Now, are you going to keep doing collabs with Chris? Maybe do, like, you know, giveaways or be part of events there at the Pickle Barrel ongoing?
When Chris ever asks me if I'm interested in doing something that helps him out, I don't care if it's a mutually beneficial situation.
Yeah.
Say yes.
Very cool.
I'll never forget what he did for me this year. He didn't have to do any of it, but it was a really good example of people helping people. And you know, we always say, you know, for Till I Die in particular, you know, when you're in a position to help people in need or benefit others other than yourself, you should do so. And this was an example of that. He didn't have to do any of that.
It's great karma. You know,
he didn't need me to be there, but you know, it was a win for him, and it was a big win for us.
Well, the Killington community is a pretty tight community because there's, you know, again, there's only so much access road, like you said, only so much retail, so many shops.
Less than 1,000 locals in town who live here and work here.
Yeah. So and I know you guys were involved with the One Killington project earlier in the season, right?
Yep.
You guys did the official logo and the merch for it.
Yeah, that kicked off COVID for us. And that was one of the things that kind of kept us going through COVID. Now we did donate on the initial run of that program. We did donate all the profits back to town. So half of it went to support the Chamber of Commerce, which in turn supports the businesses in town. And then the other half went to support the local food drives that were going on during that time. But, you know, we raised $7,500 that we were able to, well, more than that in sales, but we were able to donate back to town $7,500, you know, worth of profit back into Killington. It's a community that is very supportive of us, and you know, in turn, we try to be very supportive of Killington.
Yeah,
very cool.
That's awesome.
This is home. We live here.
Yeah. Was there ever?
Oh, sorry.
I just want to ask one quick question. Was there ever a moment where you thought, I'm going to have to leave Killington and go somewhere else?
No. No. And I always had a feeling. You're talking about once COVID hit and like we went into quarantine and everything?
Yeah. Well, when you lost your lease on your business, you were starting to try to figure out a plan. Was there like, I'll go to Rutland. I'll go to Ludlow.
Yeah. So, oh God, I mean, it was such a
dark times, right?
Well, it was a tough year too, and I don't want to get it too much into it, but you know, at the beginning of October, I just lost my mom, and
I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear.
yeah, I'm just kind of so I had a lot of personal stuff going on, and you know, then I got hit with that when I got back, and like, you're okay. So yes, you're 100% right, because then I started to think of other options, like outside of the box, like, do I move back to Memphis with my dad, run the business from there? Do I move back down to New York with my girlfriend and run the business from there? Do I need to go to Stratton? Can I go up to Stowe? I 100% started to think about other options and opportunities outside of the Killington Access Road that could have worked, because I couldn't have not had a retail location this year and then survived.
Well, you had all your merchandise, right? You bought it all. So
Sure.
yeah,
I
you got to sell it.
And, you know, our other location was, you know, 2,400 square feet. It was a huge location.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But I'm glad, and that was a fleeting idea that I had. It didn't last long, you know, because it was probably about a month later that the opportunity came about, where, you know, the Pickle Barrel was going to be an option. So I didn't have to continue to think too hard about it.
That's good.
You know, which I'm glad about, because I don't want to go anywhere else. You know, I've got, you know, I've been here full time for almost 6 years. It'll be 6 years in July.
Wow. Time flies.
It does. Think about where you
Wow.
got 6 years ago.
Yeah.
My
That's
God. Living a different life, my man, I assure you.
By the way, do you guys know who Chris Haggerty is? He's the GM at Mountain Creek.
Yes.
Sounds very
Great guy.
familiar, yeah.
Mom's actually here right now.
Ah.
Where are you, Miss Haggerty?
Hi, guys.
There.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, that's awesome.
Right now.
Oh, we lost your sound for a second there. I think
Oh,
you're
I'm
back.
sorry. So I was going to say, so I'm going to flip around quickly.
Okay.
Because Chris, his grandmother, his mother, or Chris isn't here. His mom, grandma, and sister, cousin are all in Killington this weekend. Not at Mountain Creek, which I don't know. You know, I don't know why you guys aren't there. But
as someone from New Jersey, you can't blame them.
Brian said, if somebody from New Jersey, I can't blame you.
You got a little.
Yeah.
All right, so back to our interview.
That's awesome that we're drinking with you.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know if you.
We're getting like bits and pieces.
So verbatim from Chris Haggerty in regard to his mother, grandmother, and cousin being here. That's awesome. I'm pissed I'm not there doing shots and drinking with you guys. Have fun.
Hey.
Ah,
Nice.
that's pretty awesome.
Can you hear me? Move the phone a bit.
Yeah, I think you're okay now.
Yeah,
All right. Okay.
I think you get it.
All right.
So,
What?
but
Conversation, interview, we do just go off the rails immediately.
because listen,
Yeah.
every
No, we do.
every interview we do goes off the rails. I assure
That's
you.
what we do.
It's just part of what makes our podcast charming, is that it's not so scripted and like something that Vale would put out and castrated and boring.
So one thing I was going to say before is you've kind of solidified your necessity to be near a place where you can get a quick beverage, right? Like you go from the Pickle Barrel where your beverages are flowing to where you are now where the beverages flow as well. So
Like- Damn it, of cat.
It's all about priorities, right? Synergy, really.
it's pretty awesome.
I mean,
yeah.
like, I'm the first one for this recipe for success. Okay, but it works. And if you're a small business owner, okay, and you're as a retailer and you're trying to figure out what can I do to improve my business, find a bar, knock a hole in the wall, okay, build a little walkway, and done. You sold. Easy.
That's it.
Perfect. Yeah, it's going to be so cool to see how everything plays out this year. You're gonna be like, dude, our sales are up like 4,000%. We just put a mannequin in the walkway between Lookout and the shop. People went out for happy hour. They came into the shop. They spent $400 on merch. I'm driving a Lamborghini Urus now around Killington.
Dude, I would get, I don't know, like car of choice. If I could get anything, I might get like one of those old TR6s, like, you know, a Triumph.
Okay, yeah.
Dude, you'd be the guy that drives around in an old
but with cat tracks, with snowcat tracks on there.
Just get a snowcat and drive that around. You'd be the guy that drives a snowcat.
Up and down the access road.
You're gonna need that. And I'm sure there's a guy in Killington that could, retrofit those bad boys for you.
You know,
dude, that'd be a great deal. You partner with your next door neighbors and be like, hey, I'm gonna cat some people from the condos over here and back. You know?
Think about that, right?
Right across lawns and shit. You don't have to worry about roads. Just right over everything.
You could be like a taxi service, like a DUI service, like
our backcountry is the golf.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Just drop people off like, all right, I'll see you later.
This is another epic idea. You can have your own like wing of Uber. Till I Uber.
Awesome.
You know, when I thought Till I Die wasn't going so well, I drove Uber for a month.
Did you really? Wow.
Hey, I signed up for Uber when I thought I was losing my job, so I hear you, man.
Yeah, all right. So we've all kind of been there.
Dude, I've had I'm a contractor right now, so I have it like every few months, like, holy shit, I get to renew me. So I get it.
Dude, how expensive?
Huh? I missed that.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah. Why can't Mario? Come
on. What are you doing, man?
Come on, man.
Bring the interview.
So we've made it to summer. You survived the COVID year. You got your new spot. And now you are throwing a big music festival.
Yes, baby.
Yeah.
So
let's talk music.
The Full Send Summer Festival. Now, how did this come about?
I've wanted to throw a music festival for a long time. You want me to tell you about the first one I tried to do?
Yes, I do.
Let's hear that. It's got to be a good story, right?
It's so bad. So I tried to do Killington in my front yard. And property.
Dude, that's awesome right there. That's a drop the mic right there. Just
So, dude, okay. So doing the math, I'm like, yo, like 200 people are definitely going to show up for this thing. I hired out some local bands, and then I had my friend's band, Sky Daddy, come be the headliner for the show. And Sky Daddy is actually in they're not necessarily the headliner, but they're one of the bands that's participating in the Full Send Summerfest now, which is kind of funny.
Nice.
But anyhow, so I hired security for I tried to get it sponsored by all the beer companies to donate all the beer. They gave me like 3 cases for what I was going to expect to be 200 people. So I went out and bought this same beer. So it looked like it was more sponsored than it really was.
Awesome.
I had it catered by the local pizza company. And I'm like, yeah, I think we're going to need like 20 pizzas at least. We'll start with 20. If we need more, I'll call you after it starts and then we'll order more. Right. So, but deliver 20 pizzas. And I had 3 bands that were supposed to play. 17 people showed up.
Oh,
the first 2 bands that I never showed up until 5 hours after their set was supposed to start.
Oh shit!
Got banged up the night before. Everyone literally had their own personal pizza because there was 20.
Like this is the best pizza party ever.
And one fatty got 4.
I did not need to go out and buy an extra sponsored beer because there wasn't enough people there, and everyone brought their own. I tried charging people like $15 because they still had to pay for all this shit. And then the 2 guys that were running security kept saying to me, like, hey, man, do you think we can like leave yet?
Nobody's really going to fight.
You can handle these 17 people, right?
So
you got this, right?
It was an epic failure in the idea that I was expecting several hundred people to show up for this and not lose money. But
did you put flyers? You got the word out and everything, or?
I mean, dude, we didn't have the presence now that we did we didn't have the presence that we do now.
Right.
But I just thought word of mouth and Facebook, man.
No.
Facebook and guys, pizza.
No.
Be there.
Everyone still laughs about that. The 17 people that were there still laugh about this music fest. So fast
Somebody in
forward,
Iowa was like, "Yes, I'll be there," from Facebook.
that was
Attend.
4 years ago. I still have always had the idea like throwing a music festival would be awesome. And my girlfriend and I split time. Obviously, I spend most of my time up here in Killington, but we also have an apartment in Astoria, Queens. In Hallett's Point, which is on the top of Queens, the top of Astoria, right on the East River, and there's this event space right next to her condo building or our condo building called Radial Park. They had just finished construction before COVID hit last year. I've been eyeing this space for 2 years now, and COVID screwed their entire summer series and all their programming and all their events that they had lined up for last summer didn't happen. So I approached them a couple months ago and I was like, hey, listen, this is my idea. This is what I'd like to do. Let me know if you guys are in. And they were 100% behind it, 100% on board. And I'm like, all right, I've got the event space. And that's the most important part. Like, you've got the space.
Nice.
So right now we're expecting 1,000 people. I've got some awesome sponsors lined up. Jaeger is our premier sponsor. They're doing the VIP area. Canteen Spirits.
Damn.
Chauffeur Wine, which is new Armenian rosé company. Mountain Creek, which we love, is going to show up and promote their summer programming. We're going to have a 27-foot water slide there. We're having a dunk tank where you guys can come and people can throw softballs to dunk you in the water.
The website only says 22-foot water slide.
Okay. Oh, we just upgraded.
Added 5 more feet.
Boom. Supersized it.
Different. Dude, we're having an entire. I'm getting 1,000 square feet of just AstroTurf for like beer pong and yard games and all that shit. I've got carnival games coming. We're doing axe throwing.
Dude, this is like your revenge of a music festival.
The first 250 people to show up that day get a free snow cone. How about that?
Look at that. Who else gives you free snow cones?
Boom.
We do.
Boom.
So, I mean, when I think Jaeger, I think axe throwing. So, I mean,
Jaeger snow cones and axe throwing.
That's synergy.
I like that.
This event sits on the East River. The Manhattan skyline is your backdrop. You can take the ferry there, and I'm encouraging everyone to take the ferry because one, there's 2, you're above ground, and 3, you get to take a boat to a music festival, which is technically the first music festival of the summer post lockdown in New York City, which is kind of special, and it's very fun.
All right, what's the date, and do we have to buy tickets ahead of time? Well, hopefully Brian and I don't have
Saturday,
to
July 10th.
Saturday, July 10th.
You guys each get VIP for free.
Look at that.
God damn it, I'm going to be in Canada.
And, well, that sucks. Change your plan. Canada's down. You can't get over the board.
I know.
And then the bands that we have lined up are awesome.
Awesome.
King, which is a dynamic duo of 2 wonderful ladies who are fantastic, kind of folk rock. Then Sky Daddy is right after them. And they are a funk rock band, 5-piece band who are also incredible. And then post their performance is a band called Remember Jones. And Anthony is the lead singer. And they are unreal.
Awesome.
And paired with them is a gentleman, and he's got a band with him too, called Quincy Mumford. We will have one more band that we will announce probably in a week, which will be the late night official headliner. So that will maintain anonymity until it's time. Wow. And, throughout the day, because this is a 12 to 10 all day event, we've got DJ Chris Wonder, who is a resident DJ at Tao, provocateur. And so he's going to be spinning all day. in between sets for all the performances. So this is going to be a lot of fun, and I recommend everybody just make sure you get your tickets and show up.
Nice. Noon to 10 p.m. It says.
Noon to 10.
And where do people go if they want to get some tickets?
Go to the Till I Die website, click on Opry, and the event is listed under our Opry. It's also under our event schedule. It's on our profile link for Instagram. We'll do a bunch of swipe ups. Listen, if you want to come, you're not going to not be able to find it.
All right.
Nice. And that's tillidie.com. TILLIDIE.com.
Absolutely.
I found it very easily, but you got to change 22 feet to 24 feet on the water slide.
7 feet.
27 feet. So people are going to have 5 extra feet. It's like getting
just
that
put a plus, 22 feet plus. And then people were like, I don't know, it's more than 22 feet, man.
It's like that 13th floor. Again, you're jumping out. You think you're only going down 22 feet. And you got 5 extra feet.
Dunk you guys.
Yeah, we could sit in the dunk tank.
Be like, hey, pay $5 to dunk Johnny Mosley in a dunk tank.
Awesome.
Look at that. Yeah. Just like talking shit, be like, we love Vail. We're stockholders. We're glad everything costs so much more. We're paying for parking now. Ha ha.
That'd be awesome.
We'll be those guys.
Dude, we have an entire podcast talking about paying for parking at Mount Snow this year.
Oh, harsh, man. Who didn't expect Vail to pull some kind of crap like that? Hey, we're going to lower the Epic passes by 20%. Yeah, we're not going to find another way to make that money off of you.
Yeah, now you got to pay for parking, everything.
It's a corporation, and they're going to figure out how to make money.
Fiduciary responsibility to just make money, right? They don't care about your time; they care about making money.
Yeah.
Shareholders first.
I mean, they're legally obligated to do that.
That's why I started my career was at Macy's, and that's one of the why I left. Because
why is everything always on sale at Macy's?
Well, that was a big problem.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. Right?
See, that's one of the reasons. Once you condition your customers that you go on sale, they wait for the sales.
Yeah, and they're like, what do you mean it's not on sale? I can't buy this. That's right.
Like who's ever going to Joseph A. Bank and buying one suit at regular price? No, you're getting.
What do you mean you're not? You guys get a discount. You pay 20% premium.
That's awesome. Very cool.
All right. So anything else going on? Anything else you want to share and let people know where they can find you and buy stuff? And
I.com at the Instagram. We're on the Instagram. We're actually doing the TikToks now too, which I'm letting my my intern and my my new employee Danny figure out because they're young and they know how to do that stuff.
Nice. Smart move.
What's awesome, the SS Shred Sled, which you haven't seen, is our event trailer, which is a mobile party. It's a mobile pop-up shop. It's very eye-catching.
Well, that's the one you had in Boston, right?
At the Boston
yes.
show, right?
Yeah.
That was it? Yeah.
Dude, that's back on the road now.
Nice.
We have a full slate of events lined up between now and the end of September, and I can't wait.
You're going to be in Lake Hopatcong, New Jersey, huh? In August?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, the Wake Off, August.
Nice.
Oh, the Wake Off in August. All right.
We've got Oktoberfest at Mountain Creek. We've got Summer Snow Day with our friends and partners from Gilson. I think that's also in August. Those are just the ones off the top of my head that I know of. But we've got a full slate of events. If they're not on there yet, we will be continuously updating it because it's like a very fluid situation. Because the events, like now that things are starting to open back up, are coming at us very quickly.
Yeah, lockdowns are unlocking and people are getting these events together. And I mean,
unlock, throw away the key.
That's true. Throw the lock away, throw the key away, throw everything away. Like we're getting back to like fun times.
But guys, can I swear on here?
Of course you fucking can.
All right. Fuck me. What about you two? What the fuck's up with you two? Yeah.
Yeah.
Business. Come on. I want to know.
Well, here, I'll tell you this. So when me and Andrea saw you that time in January back at Killington last year, 2020.
A year and like 8 months ago.
Yeah. But you know what? We had no idea that she was with child at that time.
Oh.
So, yeah. Yeah. Look. Thank you. Somehow the baby turned out normal. Yes.
Somehow.
That's awesome. That's a win.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you. So yeah, it was like a crazy lockdown pregnancy and freaking out, and everyone's wearing masks I went to the grocery store for 5 months because she was afraid to go, and it was just
crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was just crazy.
I had COVID.
You had COVID?
I got married and I had COVID.
You had it twice.
That's right, twice. I'm immune to all sorts of COVID now.
I think I actually got it back last March at Okemo.
I was
at Tom's Loft.
You didn't get it from me.
Tom's Loft, because that place was filthy. There was no soap. I'm like eating nachos and touching the menu. It was gross. You ate nachos off the table, didn't you?
What's going on with you? What's going on?
They were pulled pork nachos. I'm not going to let it touch the table and not eat it. I don't care. They're pulled pork nachos, and they're amazing.
They're delicious, and there are no forks. I have to use my fingers.
And I can't wait to go back to Tom's Loft. I don't care if I got COVID there. I'm still going back.
Hey, you're alive. You survived, right?
Made me stronger. It made me stronger.
Exactly. You're still here.
Damn.
By the way.
Yeah, I wound up getting married.
I just want to give these ladies
doing shit
a
around.
high five round of applause.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, because they were sitting here while we were doing the whole interview. They're trying to check out. They're trying to buy stuff and check out, but I'm behind my
They're like just taking shit and leaving. They're like, I'm out.
Listen, if your shop was in Jersey, they would have just took it and left. Luckily, you're in Vermont.
Leave a note,
I can do anything you need me to do.
And see, look at you. I remember a couple of years ago, you would have been like, "Oh my god, I got to put this down and take these customers." Now you're like, I'm throwing festivals. I'll get to you in a second, sweetheart.
I'm being rude. I'm doing a podcast. No, you guys are welcome to pop in. That's Waffles. She's very friendly.
Waffles.
Oh, this is the retail place. The restaurant's next door. Yes, right through that door.
Dude, you gotta have like something that you serve there and be like, "Oh yeah, have a seat."
No, this is the VIP section. You buy 3 shirts, we can get you some special seating over here.
We have a PBR. Would you like a PBR?
It happens. You guys want me to show you Waffles? You want to see Waffles?
Let's see Waffles.
Yes, let's see Waffles.
I hope Waffles is an animal.
Oh, Waffles.
Wow. Is it a corgi?
Yeah.
Oh,
Waffles.
So Waffles.
See, Waffles brings them in.
Oh,
that's it.
Close them.
He's the opener.
Your Waffles bring all the girls to the yard.
She's mine. I love her. She was a corgi puppy. You had a child? So did I.
There you go.
There you go. That's awesome.
So and Mario, you got a fuzzy baby too.
I got a little fur baby too. 7 months old.
Great. Oh, where's yours?
Let me go get him. Story, where you at? Probably licking his nuts right now. That's what he does.
While he has them, he might as well enjoy them.
Oh, Waffles lost your lady parts.
Oh, she's so cute. When did you get her?
The Ski Bum Podcast, Waffles.
When did you get her?
I rescued her from an Amish family. And when I say rescue, I mean like...
Yeah.
You know those Amish.
It was a brand new dog. I rescued her from the Amish. I told that joke twice today. They've heard it already.
What's up?
Hi, puppies. Wait, who's that?
That's Stormy. He's a sheepdog doodle.
Stormy, say hi to Waffles.
Say hi to Waffles. Look.
Hey, girl.
He'll probably start barking.
I have a dog.
Wow. Look at that. Nice call.
He barks at any dog he sees.
So Mario had a pretty interesting story about how he got that dog too. How many flights did it take?
God damn. So I went to Ober-Gatlinburg. We skied Ober-Gatlinburg, my wife and I. And on the way back, I'm like, hey, let's stop in Kansas, pick up this puppy. So we picked up.
You went from Florida to Tennessee and said, on my way, I'll stop in Kansas.
On my way, I'll just hit up Kansas and then come, fly with the dog back. And it was like a bunch of planes, trains, and automobiles. Had a drive, fly, change flights a few times, and got him back. So he was great, though. He slept the whole time. And I didn't have to give him weed. So it was good.
Hey, they make dog CBD stuff, dog pills.
Oh, yeah. I give him CBD once in a while. I got my card, so I get medical grade. It's Florida, man.
Glad 2020 is working out for somebody.
That's right. Got to look it up.
All right, Ryan. Anything else you want to plug, promote?
No, not really. I just missed you guys.
Yeah.
Miss you too, man.
Come up and visit.
Thanks for having me on. Well, no, listen, it's an open invite. I got a 2-bedroom. You don't need to use the second bedroom if you want to cuddle with me. I got a king-size bed.
Oh, there you go.
Those cold Vermont nights.
I mean, yeah, my new employee, speaking of, so I got a gas fireplace that goes on automatically, depending on if it drops below 65 degrees, thing goes on. She's up here when I'm not, and I let her crash at my condo, and she almost lit my condo on fire because she left the cushions for the couch because her friend was sitting on the pull-out, leaning against the fireplace, and it lit the cushions on fire.
Wow. Did they just melt, or was it like a fire?
It was melted, smoldering, and then it ignited. After a whole bunch.
Wow.
I wasn't here for that.
So did you promote her for her ability to put it out before it caught the whole condo on fire, or did you fire her for setting it on fire in the first place?
She's a good employee. Happy with her so far.
So she's promoted.
Yeah. That's a tough call.
Listen, I almost burned down the Birch Ridge Inn there at Killington. I cannot lie. I was hanging my...
Made of wood.
That's what I'm saying. That's just dangerous. Didn't they read the Three Little Pigs when they built that place?
It's just waiting to go up.
I was hanging socks, my non-wool, some weird Under Armour, funky fabric over the fireplace was.
Right?
What's that?
As long as it wasn't darn tough.
No, it was not. Not at all. That stuff wouldn't catch fire.
It wasn't crap.
No, it was some made in China Under Armour nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went back to get
flammable.
Hung it over by the fireplace, went to go get breakfast, came back, the whole room is smoking, freaking out, opening windows. Luckily we got there just in time and I was able to extinguish the sock. It became this just ball of just epoxy plastic.
Think about if you would have had that extra cocktail or the dessert, right? Boom. That whole place is up in smoke.
Well, if it was breakfast and if I was having cocktails at breakfast, that would be a whole nother whole nother turn.
You didn't have cocktails?
I mean, it was a Tuesday. I mean, it's not like it was a Saturday.
Yeah, see?
Try and dial it back a little bit.
It's a Saturday.
That could be a t-shirt.
Every day is a Saturday.
Here.
Nice.
This was my favorite of the year. It's probably going to be backwards.
Oh,
just
nice.
Here for the opera. Nice.
Beautiful.
That's awesome.
I've got a better one for next year.
Oh.
A little bit edgy.
Little teaser.
I'm going to lose some followers from it, but you'll see.
Did you ever really want those people as followers anyway?
Nope.
Yeah. They're fake followers then.
Nope.
Keeping it real.
Have me on. I'll tell you about the naked Lang calendar that we did.
Oh.
Hello.
You haven't seen
No. Nice. It's like an homage to the old Pirelli calendars back in the day. Do you know about those? Or do you remember those? That was like a thing. It was like supermodels topless, with tires.
Nice.
Okay, we're gonna have another group chat in October.
All right. October.
Yeah.
I'll have to write that down.
October?
Just mental note.
Just firemen.
Oktoberfest.
There you go.
We could do it. Listen, I'm gonna reserve you guys each 2 tickets to the Full Send Summerfest on July 10th. Very excited about it. It's going to be one hell of a show.
All right.
Glad it's back, baby. We beat it.
We did it. We did it.
That's awesome. Dude, and you're doing it in style. Coming out big. I love it.
tillidie.com. Full Send Music Festival. Ryan, thank you so much for joining us.
Got to visit the shop if you're up near Killington.
Yes.
Visit the shop.
You can't miss it. It's by Lookout. You look out, it's there.
Go to Lookout, grab a beer. He's got nice dining accommodations in his shop. It's perfect.
And The Rock might be there.
The Rock might be there. We sell candles.
Oh, nice. Look at
Is
that.
it like the
Oh, that smells great.
the Gwyneth Paltrow like vagina scent candle?
It smells better than that.
Get dirty.
You heard it here first, folks. Hey, I didn't make the candle. Gwyneth did.
So do I hit the button?
I will hit the button. Ryan, thank you again. tillidie.com.
Thanks a lot, Ryan.
Full Send Summer Music Fest.
Is this
July
July
10th. No, it's just end the pod.
Oh, all
End
right.
podcast.
Hey,
All right.
all right. I'll let you do.
Full Send Summer Festival, July 10th, Astoria, New York. tillidie.com. Next to Lookout. Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.